See if I can get this on. Ajahn Poo is an icon in our country. To be introduced like that by her is an honor unsurpassed. I will accept your kind words on behalf of the House Democrats who make everything that we do in the House possible. Thank you, Ajahn, for your remarkable leadership and your successful mobilization of so many people. My friends, this is about family, it's about children, and it's about time. It's about time that we get all of this done. I'm honored to be here with our colleagues, the senators who are here, two who were formerly in the House, and when the leader comes, he will be three who were formerly in the House. Senator Gillibrand, Senator Wyden. And let me just say this. When we passed family and medical leave in the House before, Bill Clinton had just become president. We had been working on it for a long time. Ron Wyden was in the House, and Patty Murray was working on this in their first bill in the United States Senate. And all of us knew that family medical leave had to be paid if it was really going to be effective. While I'm honored to be here with the senators, I want to acknowledge Rosa DeLauro, who has been a godmother of all of these issues for such a long time, and Bobby Scott, the chair of the Education and Labor Committee, and Richie Neal, again, the committees of jurisdiction. But let me talk to you about Rosa for a second. When we did a bus trip when Women Succeed, America Succeeds, a number of years ago. We were in her district for one of our stops, and a woman came to the front to speak. She was a school bus driver, and she said, "Let me tell you what I see every school day. I see moms come to the curb with their child, frequently crying, the child sniffling. She has to put the child on the bus sick because she has no alternative, no paid family and medical leave, no decent wages to afford child care, no child care. Everything we're talking about affects that woman putting a sick child on the bus and what that means to the child and the other children. In the United States of America, this was happening. So now, under the leadership of Joe Biden and the Biden-Harris administration, with Democrats in the House and the Senate, we will have this happen. And so let's make history. CARE can't wait. Paid leave for all. The fact that it will now be paid makes a tremendous difference, as you know. And so I want to just say how impressed I am by the coalition, because I always say, we can do so much maneuvering in the Congress, but the outside mobilization for all of these issues is really what makes the work successful and better. So I want to thank all who are here from all the groups, from the National Domestic Workers Alliance, Moms Rising, Bright Start, Early Care and Preschool, Universal Preschool. It's about time. It's about time. National Coalition on Black Civic Participation and Black Women's Roundtable, National Partnership for Women and Families, the ARC, Metro Washington Council, AFL-CIO, Labor Project for Working Families. The list goes on. And understand, when you go back, thank all of the people that you work with. Acknowledge, let them know that we acknowledge that we can't do any of this without them. So we're going to have, just think of the liberation this is for families, for moms to be able to work, dads too. It's not just about the children, as has been said by others already, by Dawn. Thank you, Dawn, for your leadership, and Jen, that this is about home health care too. Not just about children, but home health care and the respect we should have. I'll close by just saying, in one of my town meetings in San Francisco, when we talked about home health care, and one of the witnesses who was a home health care worker, she said, when they complained to me about the fact that I want to raise a decent pay for caring for their family.
So folks, this is your fourth stimulus check update and daily news report. In this video, I'll be discussing the latest stimulus check information that you have to know. So Congress is once again failing to fulfill one of its most basic responsibilities. That's approving yearly appropriations bills to fund government programs and services. With the October 1st deadline long past and Congress operating on a stopgap spending bill that will soon expire, federal employees who are fighting the worst crisis are dealing with a shaky economy and responding to so many other urgent matters. I know many Americans are worried if there will be another government shutdown in a few days, and here's what it can mean for crisis relief beneficiaries. In a high-stakes political environment, due to the fact that no agreement has been reached, federal agencies cannot make critical decisions regarding current programs. They also cannot launch new and in some cases urgent initiatives that's now in the drawing board or planned in the future. And this is bad news for Americans. The Biden administration argues the gridlock is delaying badly needed investments in infrastructure, high poverty schools, and delaying increased staffing for the SSA. Many are concerned that if a government shutdown does occur, that they will stop receiving their monthly relief payments. Now there is one option on the table. Others is designed to prevent a government shutdown and force members of the House and Senate to meet the yearly deadline for approving appropriations bills. While a key provision of the bill would automatically impose temporary funding measures, the legislation has other provisions designed to spur action. The bill will make life difficult for members of Congress by essentially forcing them to stay in Washington until regular funding is approved. Under the legislation, House and Senate members will be required to show up at the Capitol every day, including weekends, and be present for a mandatory quorum call. That we reached a point where legislative proposals are being offered to treat lawmakers like school children and impose a form of after-school detention. But the reality is that Congress is not doing its job. Instead of repeatedly playing this game, Congress should take steps to prevent a government shutdown from happening again. And according to CNN, about 30,000 borrowers have been awarded the public service loan forgiveness so far, and that's great news. Multiple teachers have received the stimulus checks, the letter which people received from the U.S. Department of Education, monthly payments that they've made on their student loans. Thank you again for your support, and until next time, have a great day.
We have some important decisions to make in the next few days so that we can proceed. I'm very disappointed that we're not going with the original $3.5 trillion, which was very transformative. But in the whatever we do, we'll make decisions that will continue to be transformative about women in the workplace. So transformed because of childcare and which sort of go together, the child tax credit, home health care workers. Men benefit too, but largely women, and women are those caregivers as well. So not only to free up women to go into the workplace for their own professions and interest, but also to recognize the work that women do in providing that health care, issues that relate to